2017, played an important role in strengthening Ghana's regulatory environment and advancing the country's digital continue to inspire work and scarcity to competition, innovation, and national connectivity. In the years that followed, successive ministers have helped stabilize and expand the sector. And 3, the Honorable Felix Owusu-Ejapon led the ministry and the board through a period of market expansion before the board was properly constituted. Contributions of my predecessors who provided policy direction and expanded the sector, including the Honorable Mike Aaron Okwei, the Honorable Benjamin Agrein-Team, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Honorable Edward Kofi Omane-Boama, and the Honorable Ursula Owusu-Ekufo. Each of these leaders at a different time not only contributed to shaping policy and strengthening infrastructural development, but they modernized regulation and also laid the groundwork for Ghana to address future challenges by positioning the country as one of the most dynamic communication markets in the region. Government's policy frameworks have consistently guided sector developments. Among the most significant were the ICT for Accelerated Development Policy of 2003 and broadcasting and the way forward on it. We need to bring, And then most recently, the Digital Economy Policy of 2024, which places digital infrastructure, cybersecurity, innovation, and skills at the center of national development. Through licensing and spectrum management, compliance monitoring, and market oversight, the NCA has translated these policy directions into real sector growth. As the sector has evolved, Ghana has established complementary institutions, including the National Information Technology Agency, the Data Protection Commission, the Cybersecurity Authority, the Ghana Domain Names Registry, and a few others. But together with the NCA, these institutions form the backbone of Ghana's digital governance architecture. Beyond a statutory regulatory mandate, the NCA has over the years played an important role in strengthening Ghana's communication and digital ecosystem through targeted institutional and sector-wide support. And here, I can't help but say thank you to the NCA on behalf of the previous ministers. And I'm thanking them so that when I bring my request for my time, they will know that I thanked them for the other one, so they will do some going forward. I mean, you get the move. Because the authority has contributed to the development of national digital capacity by supporting the construction of the Ghana-India Kofi Annan Center and of excellence, which continues to train professionals and promote innovation and support Ghana's digital transformation. The NCA has also provided significant technical and financial support to Ghana's migration to digital broadcasting, the DTT. I mean, you carry a lot of weight in that regard, including contributions to the transmission network and supporting solar infrastructure that has helped extend coverage and improve system resilience. In addition, the authority has supported institutional development within the sector. It has made significant financial contributions towards the ministry's office complex and provided foundational support for key governance institutions. I mean, Bohobium, so that Metroba DG Hobiuma. You have supported key governance institutions, including an endowment to the Ghana Domain Name Registry, which ran and lapsed, and we had to, through the support of Parliament, the Select Committee, make another intervention this year for the Ghana Domain Name Registry, and we're extremely grateful to the NCA for that. And not just the Ghana Domain Name Registry, but the Cybersecurity Authority that you have supported, at times paid salaries, and even accommodate. I know you are trying to sack them, but be patient. Be patient and keeping them. But we thank you for the support that the NCA has continued to offer. You're like the first son. The first son always takes care of all the responsibilities of his siblings. So, rapping, Yedamwase. But even beyond agencies of the ministry, the authority currently provides accommodation and support to the National Media Commission, recognizing the complementary roles of technical regulation and content oversight in sustaining a balanced communications environment. In fact, NMC has come asking for more rooms, more accommodation, but we'll see how that goes. But these interventions reflect the NCA's broader philosophy that effective regulation is not just about enforcement. It's also about enabling the growth of our institutions, infrastructure, and partnerships that sustain a resilient and inclusive communication sector. One of the most important responsibilities of regulation is to protect consumers. And over the years, the NCA has implemented key consumer-focused initiatives, including the SIM registration, which was aimed at strengthening security, accountability, and trust in communication use. And on that matter, stay tuned. Later today, I think I have a meeting with the regulator and the chamber on issues of SIM registration. So when we finish that meeting, we'll have a conversation with the general public. But another key consumer protection policy that you've implemented is the mobile number portability, empowering consumers with choice and competition, strengthen complaint resolution systems, and continued enforcement of service quality standards. In 2025, the ministry worked closely with the NCA and service providers to improve the value consumers receive from data services and to address concerns about fair pricing and consumer value in the pay TV market, including DSTV subscriptions. These efforts reflect a simple principle: connectivity must not only exist, it must deliver value. And this commitment to consumer experience was reinforced barely a week ago, about 7-8 days ago, when the NCA announced revised quality of service performance indicators for our telecom services. Now, these revised benchmarks introduce stricter expectations for voice call reliability, minimum data performance, and SMS delivery efficiency. And already, I'm beginning to see some movement on the part of some of the telcos to make the critical investment to meet the new benchmarks that have been set by the NCA. That is proactive regulatory framework, where you give out a policy direction that inspires the industry to invest for consumer benefits. And so to the NCA management, we congratulate you for the right step that you're taking us in. I thought you would clap for the management. See, when I give them fans, please clap. It's all intentionally put in my speech because I have a number of requests coming to the board. The objective is clear. Let us improve the consumer experience with voice, data, and messaging services across Ghana. The government of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama fully supports these measures, and we recognize that reliable communication now constitutes vital national infrastructure, as acknowledged globally by organizations such as the ITU, which highlights the role of connectivity in facilitating economic growth, social development, and access to essential services. Looking ahead, the government is undertaking one of the most comprehensive updates to the sector's legal framework since 1996. The ministry is currently working on a package of approximately 15 new and revised bills aimed at modernizing communications regulation, data governance, digital services, cybersecurity, and oversight of emerging technologies. This reform program is intended to ensure that Ghana's digital ecosystem remains competitive, secure, and innovation-friendly. At the same time, we recognize that infrastructure alone does not create opportunity. That is why the government has launched the 1 Million Coders program, which is designed to equip Ghanaian youth with the digital skills required to compete globally. And once again, we say thank you to the NCA for the support that you extended to the ministry last year. That has made it possible for us to look to roll out the 1 Million Coders in April this year. Digital access must lead to productivity, and connectivity must translate into opportunity. And that's why this anniversary theme is both timely and purposeful. 30 years of communications regulation, celebrating impact and advancing a more inclusive digital future. Inclusivity means ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of geography, income, gender, age, or ability, can access reliable communication service and benefit from digital opportunity. The government of His Excellency President Mahama is deliberate about inclusivity, with appointments of distinguished women to chair boards And I'm proud as minister to say that it's in my time that we have the highest number of women chairing boards in the ministry. We have a female board chair for NCA, a female board chair for NITA, a female board chair for the Data Protection Commission, a female board chair for the Ghana Domain Name Registry, and a female board chair for Ghana Post. NCA. And some of them are first of their kind. We gave NCA's first female board chair, NITA is first female board chair, the Data Protection as well, Ghana Post. In fact, Ghana Post, not just the first female board chair, but the first MD in 73 years of operation. So, Madam Chair, we are doing well in the sector. As for the ministers one, leave it small. We were talking about bringing women in. President Mamatu is talking about a reshuffle. And see, my minister said, we've given women enough opportunity. Woman minister there, no? Everybody will cry, they all cry. In fact, under our 1 million coders program, we have a quota for women and persons with disability. And so as we mark 30 years of communication regulation in Ghana, we must recognize that the next chapter of our national story will be written in the language of digital transformation. The future of our economy, our governance, and our global competitiveness will depend on how we harness the technologies now emerging around us. Around the world, 5G and next generation broadband networks are redefining what is possible, enabling real-time services, intelligent infrastructure, remote healthcare, digital education, and advanced industrial systems. Ghana must position itself not merely as a user of these technologies, but as a nation capable of leveraging them for inclusive development. The rise of artificial intelligence, big data, and automation will reshape how governments deliver services, how businesses compete, and how societies function. These tools can strengthen efficiency, transparency, and productivity, but only if guided by sound policy and trusted governance. At the same time, the frontiers of connectivity is shifting. Advances in satellite broadband and non-terrestrial networks, including the emergence of direct-to-device satellite services, are changing how access is delivered. In the near future, a mobile device in the most remote community may connect directly to satellite, eliminating geography as a barrier to participation in the digital economy. The real question, however, is what will we do with technology? Our responsibility as a nation is to ensure that these innovations serve development, inclusion, and opportunity. We must build forward-looking regulatory systems, invest in digital skills for our young people, protect citizens in the digital space, and create an environment where innovation thrives. In line with this vision, at its last meeting, the Cabinet of Ghana took the bold policy decision to democratize Ghana's deployment of 5G technology. The decision has been taken to remove the current exclusivity mandate for the sole license holder and offer spectrum resources to the market through a national competitive bidding process, enabling network-led rollout of 5G technology. This decision does not cancel the wholesale model. It simply provides multiple options to roll out 5G using both the wholesale model and network-led operations, and achieve 70% coverage in terms of population density, not geographical, population density, 70%, by the time Ghana is celebrating its 70th anniversary on the 6th of March next year. This will demand rapid deployment, infrastructure expansion, and considerate capital injection into the sector. It is a steep aspiration, but I am more than confident in the resilience and abilities of the fine men and women who run the National Communications Authority, and I trust them to deliver. If the past 30 years were about building access, then the next 30 must be about building digital power. The power to innovate, to compete globally, and to shape our own technological destiny. That is the Ghana we must build. And that is the future this sector must deliver. And that is the responsibility before all of us, policymakers, regulators, and service providers. As we unveil the anniversary theme and logo today, let it symbolize more than just a celebration. Let it symbolize a renewed national commitment. One, to have regulation that protects our citizens. Two, to markets that encourage innovation and investments. Three, to infrastructure that reaches every community. And four, to a digital future where every Ghanaian can participate safely and meaningfully. In that spirit, I hereby declare the 30th anniversary celebrations of the National Communications Authority officially launched. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you. I see that they have a countdown, so we're going to count down from 30. So please repeat it, roll it down so that we count down. It counts up from 1 to 30. Or from 30, it counts down. DG. From 30, so now, and they do 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Minister, I would like to invite officially Mr. Minister, our Director General, our board chair, please do us the honors. We have seen, yes, but we want that final pronouncement and of course the photo ops. Mr. Minister, but you're still a all right. He approves. I thought he would be clapping for that. The minister approves. But all of what we've done, there's also been a lot of work going on this 30th anniversary, and we have put together an anniversary song. It's brilliant. There's been a lot of work going on, and I am pleased to give you Melodia NCA, our NCA choir, as they perform our anniversary song. Hey, I used adjectives like energetic, vibrant, so come forward with some energy. Energy, Melodia NCA. Aha. And I'm sure if you enjoy it and you want an encore, they will deliver for you. You know, so